everyone. Thanks so much for joining today. Just a quick shout out to Debbie, Amy, Julie, Doug, Lindsay, and anyone else who might be joining us today. We're going to do a few more slow stretch sequences to start to work on the vagus nerve and some stretches that don't even take that long and you maybe could do, but would help a lot since it tends to tighten through the shoulders, up through the face, the ears, and then starts in the brain and works all the way down the back. So some movements to help release these. So you might want a bolster or towel if you're not comfortable sitting flat on your sits bones and you want to be raised up just a little bit. A block like we typically use, it should be good. All right. So when you're ready, go ahead and start off in Shavasana, lying flat on your backs. Finding your breath. Despite what the week might have brought for you, letting go of any of the thoughts that don't serve you, anger, fear, anxiety, stress. Just focusing on being in the present moment. Noticing how your body feels on the inhale and the exhale. Inhale, we're going to tighten everything up, starting with the feet. So as you begin to inhale, curl the toes, tense through the feet, the legs, the hips, moving up, balling the hands into fists, shrugging the shoulders, scrunching the face. Pause at the top of the breath, and then as you exhale, slowly start to release those same points through the body. Relaxing through the toes and the legs and the hips and the back, the face, letting everything fall to the mat. We'll do that one more time as you inhale, slowly start to tense everything up. Starting from the toes and working your way all the way to the top of the head. Breath, inhaling slowly for 6, inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause at the top of the breath, and then slowly exhale everything out, taking the belly buttons all the way to the spine. And then again at your own pace, inhaling for a slow count of 6. Pausing at the top of the breath and exhaling. And maybe even without opening your eyes, we're just going to plant our feet on the mat, lifting the knees. I just want you to notice feeling the heels and the balls of the feet grounding and pressing into the mat, lifting through the toes, noticing that feeling of the foot finding the earth. And then relax the toes down to the mat, maybe flex up onto the toes. Lower the heels down, bring the right ankle over the left thigh, interlace the fingers behind the thigh, making a number 4, just pulling the leg in towards the chest and rocking left and right, massaging through the spine. releasing the hand and lowering the leg down. Reverse it. This time left leg over right thigh, interlacing the fingers behind the thigh and rocking gently left and right. Releasing the hands, lowering the legs, and gently rolling onto your right side. You can use a block or pillow underneath your head. We're going to interlace the fingers and draw them long down behind the back, opening up through the chest. Take a nice deep breath in, open your mouth and sigh. Staying here for one more breath. Step the top foot to the mat behind you, releasing the fingers. Reach nice and long through the fingertips, opening up through the chest. Exhale, release that leg down, hand down. And then gently rolling onto the opposite side. Again, do the same thing. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Open up through the chest. Reaching the hands down. Open your mouth and sigh on the exhale. Releasing the fingers. Stretch long through the hands. And step that top foot to the mat behind you. Like a full body stretch. Lowering that leg down, hand down, slowly pressing back up. Now we're going to find a comfortable seated position as we get started into some of the exercises I mentioned. So if sitting with your grounded into the mat through your sits bones and your low back is not comfortable, you can use a pillow or a wedge. Probably not something as big as a block, but just sitting through the back bones on that. We're going to take a few deep breaths, inhaling, shrugging the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, take them down on the back. Again, inhale and exhale, taking them down the back. And I want you to lift through the chest, making the back nice and straight, and take the chin down. And then we're just going to rest our hands right on the rib cage. And for a few breaths, as you inhale, feeling the rib cage expand. And exhale, feeling it contract under your fingers. Making sure to not tense through the shoulders while you're in this position, keeping the shoulders down and back, placing the hands on the ribs, just feeling how the ribs open and then slowly close back down on the exhale. You can use your Ujjayi breath, using the whisper muscle in the back of your throat to help bring focus and awareness to the feeling of the breath. 2 more, inhaling and exhale. 1 more. Exhale. Lowering the hands down, just shake out the arms. And then we're just going to gently sway left and right. And then we're going to place the left hand either on the floor, you can keep it on the waist, or even resting it on the knee. Inhale, bring the right arm up, nice and long, and then tip it over to the left. So we're making a seated crescent pose. I'm going to take several nice long breaths here. Inhale through the mouth and exhale using the whisper muscle. And while you're here, start to elongate and make sure that that right hip is still planted on the mat or the bolster or pillow, whichever you might be using. That right hip is going to want to start to lift up. Try and keep it long. And with each exhale, extending the right crescent with the upper half of the body. Inhaling. Keeping lifted through the chest. Continue to keep check on the left hip, making sure that it's lowered and the sits bones are planted, lengthening through that hip while we reach through the left arm. Two more breaths here. Last one, inhale and exhale. Slowly coming back up, lowering that hand down to the mat. Now we're going to start to slowly raise the right arm up. We're going to keep the fingers long. Normally we flex the hand one way or the other, but we're just going to keep the arm long. When it's at a 90-degree angle, we're going to shrug it up and tilt the head towards the shoulder. And for a slow count of 10, we're going to bring the head back to center and to the opposite shoulder and slowly lower this right arm down. So as you start to exhale, 2, 3, lowering the shoulder and the arm, bringing the head very slowly back to center. And then to the opposite shoulder, starting now, and lowering the hand very slowly down to the floor. We're going to do that 3 more times for a total of 4 times. So bringing the arm up, extend through the fingers, then shrug the shoulder, take the ear to the shoulder. And then for a slow count of 10, start to open that space between the ear and the shoulder. Coming into 5, the head should be about at center. Lowering the arm down. Tilting the head to the left. We're going to do that again. 2 more times left. Arm straight, shrug the shoulder up, drop the ear. Take 1 deep breath here. And then slowly start to exhale. And for the 10 count, releasing the shoulder and the head. Coming back to center. Lowering the palm to the mat slowly. And then bringing everything back to center last time. Arm straight, shrug the shoulder up, drop the ear to the shoulder. Stay 1 moment here and then slowly start to release. Tilting the head towards the opposite shoulder. Palm to the mat. Since that was our last one, bring the head gently to center. And we're going to turn the head looking left. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly bring the head back to center and over the right shoulder. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale. Now just adjust through the body, make some shoulder rolls. Maybe noticing how different that right shoulder feels than the left. almost as if it's allowed to relax now. We're going to do the same thing on the left side. And when you're ready, lift the left hand, reach through the left arm. When it's parallel to the floor, shrug the shoulder up, tilt the left ear to the shoulder. Take a deep breath here, and as you exhale, slowly start that 10 count. Bringing the head back to center and lowering the hand down. Tilting the head towards the opposite shoulder as that left hand meets the mat. Coming back to center. 3 more, raising the hand, reaching long, lift the shoulder, tilt the head. Slowly, after a moment, start your exhale and lowering the shoulder, bringing the head to center. Now the head starts to tip to the opposite shoulder as the palm comes down to the mat. Keep your breathing deep here. You can even open your mouth on the exhales. Slowly bring your head back to center. Reach nice and long through the arm. Shrug the shoulder up. Drop the ear. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly start the 10 count. Head starts to go towards the opposite shoulder. Release, coming back to center last time. Reach that left arm out nice and long. Shrug the shoulder up. Tilt the ear. Inhale. Slowly exhale. Starting to lower through the shoulder. Bringing the head back to center slowly. Keeping the focus on your breath and the very slow movement of the head and the arm. And then as the palm comes down to the floor and the head leans over to the opposite shoulder, slowly start to lift the head back to center. And again, we're just going to turn the head, gaze over the right shoulder, take a nice deep breath in. Open the mouth and sigh. Again, bring the head back to center and over the opposite shoulder. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, sigh. Now do a few shoulder rolls. Just feeling that ability to be able to move the shoulders a little further, as if they've been given permission to relax. Inhale, bring the arms up, keep the shoulders down and loose, and exhale, fold forward.
Keeping a press in the sits bones so they stay grounded into the mat.
Inhale, come up slowly. We're going to do a release on the hips. You can use a pillow for block now under the sits bones to bring them up just a little higher. This is what we've done before, but keeping the feet together. I'm going to bring the hands to the insides of the thighs and then start to press into the hands, the legs, and then pressing back the hands. Just for a slow count of 10, keeping the chest lifted, start to lower through the legs. Arms might be feeling a little bit like jelly at this point, but we can work on the hip section too. Coming into 10, lowering the legs, and release. Then just gently rocking the legs left and right. 3 more times, same thing. Bring the legs together, palms to the inside, lift through the chest, and then slowly start to press open. Gently rocking left and right again. 2 more. Press open through the legs. And then gently rocking left and right. Last time, palms to the insides of the legs. Inhale, pressing, and then on the exhale, slowly start to open through the legs. And release, gently rocking the legs left and right. And do a few more stretches in a normal routine to see how maybe different they feel now that we're opened up. We're going to come in right into child's pose. And then sink all the way down and forehead resting on the mat. We're going to sweep the arms over to the left, making that crescent shape again, stretching long. And while we're here, see if you can take that left hand out just a little further into the reach. Sinking into the hip. Come back to center. Sweep the arms over to the left and sink into the right hip. And start to bring that right hand over the left. See if you can extend the right side a little bit further. Come back to center and up into tabletop. Cat cows here. Exhale, round up, press through the back, drop the head. Maybe it feels like the shoulders are a little more open. Inhale, lower the tummies. Exhale, round up. Inhale, lower the tummies. One more time each way. Exhale, round up into cat. And inhale, cow. From here, we're going to take the right leg out long, plant the toes. Keeping in this stretch. Just sweep that left leg, or sorry, the right leg over to the left. Across the back of the body. slowly start to bring the leg back to center. And then out to the opposite side. And then kind of crunch the side of the body. So bringing that right hand and right upper body closer towards that right leg. Come back to center slowly with the body and take the left leg straight and back over. The right leg, sorry, back over to the left. I'm going to do that 2 more times. Bring the leg back to center. Just like we did with the shoulders, we're going to bring the right leg out to the side, keeping the toes on the mat. And we're just going to slowly bend the upper half of the body towards that right leg. Slowly start to come back to center with the body and the leg. And then taking the right leg over to the left. One more time here. Slowly bringing the right leg up. Keeping the toes on the floor. Maybe you can go a little further than you could before. We're going to take the right side of the body, just gazing towards that right leg. And then take the leg back to center. And cross it over to the left side. Bring it back to center. Coming into tabletop, lowering that right leg. And then extend to the left. Same thing, just reaching the toes. Nice and long here. And then we're going to bring that left leg over to the right. Keep my lefts and right straight. We'll be in a good way. And I'm going to slowly bring that left leg over to the left side of the body, same, keeping the toes planted. Just bring that upper left side of the body towards the left leg. Trying to keep the left leg straight. Only go as far as comfortable, but still feeling the stretch. And then slowly start to exhale, bringing the upper body and the leg back to center. And sweep the left leg over to the right. Crossing it behind the body. 2 more times, bring that left leg over. And then squeeze the left side of the body down towards the left leg. And exhale very slowly. Start to straighten out the upper body and the lower leg. And take the left leg over to the right, crossing it behind the body. Bringing the leg back to center. Left leg over to the left side. Squeeze the left side of the body down towards the left leg. On the exhale, slowly start to bring the upper body and the left leg back into center. And then cross the left leg over. Bring it back to center, lower the knee. And come into child's pose once more. Sink into the hips, take the knees wider, forehead resting on the mat. You can take the palms out long, or you can even grab the heels. Releasing the arms down to the mat, letting them fall heavy. Slowly come back up onto all fours. Walk the palms forward, lower all the way down onto the mat. I'm going to come up into full cobra, bring the shoulders down and back, chest lifted. Slightly slide the left arm underneath the right for a recline, thread the needle. Slowly coming back up, press into full cobra again, and then bring the right arm underneath the left, keeping the hips planted on the mat. Slowly coming back up. Press up. We're going to take the left arm across the top of the mat and bring the right hand to the inside of the right leg. Releasing the arm, lower that right leg down behind the left knee, pressing in to behind the knee and bringing that right leg up. This helps to press on one of the pressure points behind the opposite leg, opening everything up. Releasing the leg down. Switch arms, bring the right arm across the top of the mat. Left hand to the inside of the left leg, stacking through the shoulders. Equal opposite pressure here. Release hand from the leg and bring that right leg up. Pressing the left leg in behind the knee. And slowly start to release. Bring the hands right underneath the shoulders again. Pressing all the way back into child's pose one last time, sinking into the hips. Coming up slowly, cross the legs, come down onto the sits bones. I'm going to roll down onto our backs to set up for bridge pose. Start to come into our regular cool down. I know it doesn't seem like this was an aggressive class, but it was for a purpose. Pull your shoulders under, lift into your tummies. Slowly release the shoulders. Down one vertebrae at a time, tapping the hips 3 times at the bottom. because of the stretching we did, I would recommend only legs up a wall, not coming into reverse shoulder stand like we typically do. Exhale, come into happy baby, just grabbing the insides of the feet gently, pulling the knees down to either side of the chest and gently rocking left and right. Noticing where your body might feel different. Releasing the hands from the feet, gently lowering them down to the mat. Heel toe the feet out to the edges of the mat. Keeping the left foot planted, we're going to drop the right knee into center. Roll the shoulders under slightly. Taking a nice deep breath in. On your exhale, allow everything to fall heavy onto the mat. Relaxing the face. Taking the chin down slightly to lengthen through the spine. Keeping this relaxation to the front of your mind. Not letting anything interfere. Allowing thoughts to pass by. Inhale, lifting the right foot, planting it, and dropping the left knee into center. Inhale, bring the left leg up. Heel toe the feet together. And coming into supine twist. Right leg over left. Both legs falling to the left. Take your gaze to the right. slowly starting to bring your awareness back to your mat. You're wiggling your toes. Taking a full body stretch like you do first thing in the morning. Maybe touching your thumb to each one of your fingers. Gently rolling onto your right side in fetal position. The reading for today. How easy it is to diminish the importance of our past and look on our history with a critical eye, seeing the mistakes, what we think we should have known, and what we could have done better. But we forget that the reason we are able to see so clearly is because of the past and because of what we have learned. Often it's the very experience we regret that created this clear vision. When you look back at your past, look tenderly and gently at all you have been through. Look with the eyes of the soul and see that each experience was necessary to bring you home to your heart. Gently using your left hand to push yourself into the seated position. Hands to heart center. And we'll take 2 healing, energy-sending breaths. On our first breath, seeing someone in our mind's eye who needs a healing energy. Inhaling that person into your heart and showering them with beautiful golden light. And on our next breath, we'll take our own. The light in me sees and honors the light in each one of you. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend and a good week ahead, and I will see you next week. Thanks so much for joining. Take care.